Hi. Okay, I'm going to add in major sew. Let's see if I can work out how to do it. Okay. Nope. Go, I think I've done it. Hi, Catherine.
Yay!
Hey!
We got it to work.
We got it to work. It's not as easy as you might think.
No.
It's not as obvious as you might think.
Just staring at your screen, waiting for something to happen.
No. It's like you're aware that everybody's watching you stare at your screen. How are you?
I'm good. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm good, thank you. It's really nice to actually have a face-to-face chat.
Yes, yeah, it is. It's been a lovely week actually, sharing the fabrics and what I've been making. So yeah.
I think you've done a really lovely way of kind of like releasing it across the week.
Yes.
You're a bit of a tease, aren't you?
I had to do something because I was like, I can't just go straight into on Monday. This is what I made, because then it'd be like, and this is what I made for the next like 4 days.
And remember, I made that.
yeah, just tease out a bit. So yeah, I've got another post to do today, and
brilliant.
A bit more. So yeah, it's been good. It's been nice, and it was really nice actually to see everyone's comments of what they thought it was, because I thought it was. But yeah, it's been a nice week.
And you've done a competition, haven't you?
Yes, yeah. I just thought, just to kind of just make it a bit interesting, I'd just say if anyone guesses it right, I'll just put all those names in a hat and just pull out a winner. So I'll announce that today as well. So
you're doing that today?
Yes, yeah. I'll do it on the. I'll let the person know today. I need to sort it out, but I'll do it today. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if somebody wants, they can't enter anymore, can they? Because we know what it is.
Until Wednesday night, because obviously yesterday I showed the full quilt, so I couldn't do it from yesterday.
Brilliant.
So, yeah.
And it's behind you.
Yes, it's there, hanging up.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? Are you pleased with it?
I'm really chuffed with how it turned out, because this wasn't my original plan. So I was going to do my Sweet Wonder quilt and make it into a cushion. So I would have had to do a lot of quilty math to like shrink it down. But it just wasn't sitting right with me. It was a little bit like it was okay, but I don't know. And then it was my 1 year anniversary of my first pattern, Retro Metro, and then I don't know why I hadn't already. I just thought I'll just throw it into that pattern and see what it looks like. And I used Pre-Quilt, like a web-based like design program, and I just kind of threw the fabrics into it, and it just looked perfect. It was like the right balance of everything. And I actually used all the fabrics she sent, so it was nice. And then used the beautiful Ruby Star fabric for the backing.
It's absolutely gorgeous, that fabric, isn't it?
I didn't chop it up because it's really nice. It's really nice as backing. So yeah, I was really, really chuffed with it.
And what's really nice about the Ruby Star one is it's got a little bit of metallic in it, but not too much.
Yeah, it has. So it does complement that like nice shimmer.
Yeah.
Toner sheen as well. So yes, yeah, I like a bit of metallic in fabric though.
I do. I think it just adds a little bit of depth. And some people, I think people are very like Marmite about it, aren't they? They either really love the metallic, or they're not so keen on not so keen on putting it in there. But I kind of feel a little bit in the same way as I feel about glitter, in that if you're going to do it, then go for it and do it and get it on there. But it goes really nicely because it does. It's not like proper lame, is it? It's nice really Kona sheen.
Really nice.
I think it's a gold Kona sheen, isn't it?
Yes. Yes,
and
amber gold.
Yeah, amber gold, that's the one. And there was also another print in there, another Ruby Star one, isn't there?
Yeah. So this one here, you can just see it.
Yeah.
Is it called? It's the pearl.
Yeah.
Thing here. Knit Florida.
Yeah.
Pearl Knit Florida. Yeah, it's really nice as well. So
and I think what's nice about about that one is that it kind of scans as a solid, doesn't it?
It does. But yeah, it's got like the pink, like the little petals in the middle is the pink, which kind of complements that the art gallery fabric there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It gives a bit of texture to the...
When I chose the backing fabric, I was like, I spoke to the girls in the shop and was like, can you match this to the Sakonas and to the art gallery fabrics? And I'm just amazed at what they can do with their eyes.
Yeah.
Like, they're like those paint machines that you get in B&Q. They can take the little colours and they can find a solid that goes with it. So it did match up really nicely.
Yeah, it's perfect. And it's amazing how, like, when I'm matching fabrics up, just the slightest change, you don't think there's much in it, but sometimes it just tweaks it that little bit. And yeah, I think they've done a fantastic job.
And it's similar with thread, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Like, you can look at the thread on the spool, but until you've actually pulled a little bit out and laid it across the fabric, it can be really hard to tell whether it's going to work or not. And sometimes it's a really odd colour that works the best. Yeah. It may not be a colour that's in your quilt.
Yeah, I totally agree. What did I use for that?
How did you quilt it?
I used, with my walking foot, it was a wavy stitch. I think it's called a serpine stitch or something like that. It's Aurifil, but it's not white. I think it's like a peach colour Aurifil.
Lovely.
It's nice, which then blends in on the back as well. Did I go white on the back? I think I just went white on the back. Yeah.
And you've got a striped binding. I love a striped binding.
This wasn't with what you sent, but this is one of my favourites. That's art gallery as well. I think it's was it the Open Road?
Right, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, it's such a good, I've still got a metre or so of it just for binding, so I love it. So it does go with so many colours. It's a really good one.
A stripe binding is always a good thing, I think. Really, really lovely. And you've lined those triangles up so beautifully.
Yeah. The pressure was on to get them right.
No pressure. So who taught you to sew, Claire?
YouTube. No, honestly. So I come from a family of creatives, I suppose. My auntie, my mum's aunt, used to sew, not machine sew, but she used to make all our bridesmaids dresses and things for weddings. So it's in the family. And I do remember being around her when I was little, but my mum is basically allergic to a sewing machine.
Really?
She had, my dad bought her one for a birthday and it just sat in a room for years. And I remember being 16 and just grabbing it out and I just made a duvet cover. Like, I don't know why, I don't know how, because it would have been like 96. So it was before like the web and everything. Yeah. But I just literally, from what I learned in home ec at school, I imagine, I just made a duvet cover. So that's I've always been quite creative that way. And then I went off to university and did science. I didn't touch a thread and needle for quite some time. And then I was pregnant with my first, and I decided to give up work because she was born 11 weeks early, and it was a bit of a light bulb moment of work was a bit stressful and a bit hard. And then that happened, and we just thought, we'll just see how we get on without my salary. Yeah. And then after that first year of her being around and life getting a bit more normal, I was just like, I need to do something. And my mother-in-law had a sewing machine. We were staying around her house, and I just started sewing up some cushions for her room. So it kind of reignited that kind of passion for sewing, and that's where it all started from, really. And then a friend showed me a picture of her cousin's memory quilt, and I just thought, oh my God, that's amazing. Because obviously in that like young child age with my kids being babies, I was like, I need to make one of these. Yeah. I started making those, making memory bears, and I made them for my friends. And that's how I just started Made Just So, by doing keepsakes. Yeah. And I did that all the way up till like this year. I gave it up around May to concentrate on being a full-time quilt designer. So my love for quilts kind of overtook making keepsakes and things. Yeah. And I just knew... Emily's now at school, my youngest, and I just thought that's where I kind of want to channel my energy and try and grow a business that way. So, and
when you did the keepsake quilts, like, I know for me there's some like baby grows that I just cannot part with, and then you're going to cut them up with a rotary cutter. Do you just take a deep breath and go for it?
Do you know, it's a lot easier when it's not your baby clothes, and I see them in a different way, probably where I'm going to lay them in the quilt and things. For my own children, oh God, it's like cutting through my heart, some of the clothes with all those memories and things. So I totally understand it. Yeah, I get so many. I used to get so many messages from people just saying, "You've just done an amazing job. I don't know how you've done it." And I was just like, "Well, it's just I can separate myself from it because it's not my memories and things." But yeah, it's.
When my two were little, I really loved like dribble bibs. Dribble bibs and muslins were the things that we really loved. So at the beginning of lockdown, I had this stack of dribble bibs that we were never going to use. So made some face washcloths with them and just put them into a circle.
Yeah.
But the muslins, I just can't bring myself to do anything with them. And I don't know what we would do with them because we still use them so often.
Yeah. They were a part of our lives for so long, weren't they, when the kids were younger, to suddenly not have them around.
I know.
They do come in use.
Yeah, they do. And the kids still, you know, if we're out for a day out, then they will pick them up. And but it's that knowing, and I think that's the great thing about quilting, is that fabric has a meaning for a particular time in your life, and you get sentimentally attached to it. And that's the great thing about quilting, because you look at the quilts and you can remember when it was, and you know what you were thinking about when you were making it and all the rest of it. I think that's what makes it really, really special.
Yeah, and I think with quilts, you don't make it as a one-off that's just not going to be used. They're something that's going to be used a lot, like within the family. I mean, I've got so many lying around the house, and forever grabbing one to cuddle under and stuff. So it is. But they are heirlooms, aren't they? You make them to be. Absolutely,
definitely.
Yeah.
So are you enjoying being one of our So Hot reps?
Yes. First one up. No, it's been really good. It has been. It's such a lovely community, isn't it? Like, we've got a lovely little IG chat going on, and quite nice to have that support and just throw up some questions and things, and to find some new like people in our community that I didn't, you know, because it's not just quilters, it's other got bag makers and all sorts in there, haven't we? So
I mean, like, I look at what the bag makers and the garment makers sew, and I just think, how do they do that?
I know. I just think it's such a talent. It is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the bags and things that come out from the reps and the garments.
Yeah.
Because as a quilter, like, I've chosen the stuff for them, and I think, oh, that'll be nice. And it's just a case of, let's see what comes out and see what they've made, because they are properly inspirational.
Yeah, they really are.
Like, making stuff that keeps you warm, that actually fits the shape of your body.
Yeah, to tailor something, it terrifies me. I really want to do a quilted coat or jacket, but I just I remember my mother-in-law showing me some tips and things, like what you do, and she used a different language, and I was just like, no.
I don't understand what you're saying. That's my arm.
I don't got a different word. What do you mean?
Yeah, and I'm always a little bit like, that's definitely, I'm never going to be able to get a pattern and make it straight from the packet. I know that there's going to be some measuring and fiddling and full bust adjustments and all sorts. So I'm just really interested to see what they make. I think it's going to be fascinating, and to see the other quilters, because they've had some really good parcels sent out to them, kind of stuff that I thought, I'd really like that.
I know. I'm going to look forward to it as well.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for sharing with us. And thank you very much. Oh, were you going to share us some tips, or show us what you work with in terms of, like, equipment and stuff? What do you sew on?
Earlier this year, I was part of the Big Janome Skillshare. Did you know about it? And I actually won the competition.
Yay!
My
well
amazing
done.
student Zoe. So I won a Janome M7. So it's my new machine.
And
so
that
came in. People to look at it and go, "Oh my goodness, this was my prize." I had a Janome Atelier 3 before, which I loved. So yeah, this is just. I'm trying to swing you around. Probably see the mess of my room now. Let me unplug you from here. But yeah, there it is.
Look at that beautiful thing. Oh, it's got a screen.
It's crazy. It's another level of sewing. It really is.
Have you made friends with it?
Yes, I have now. It took a while.
It does, doesn't it?
It was, yeah, because I jumped straight from basically using my atelier to that, like overnight, and it was a bit of this works differently. And then I went on holiday and didn't do any sewing for about a month, and then went back to it, and now, yeah, it's brilliant, it's fantastic. So I've got to have some free time to be able to sit down and learn how to do more with it. Yeah.
I think YouTube again.
Yeah, I know, it has already come in handy.
Yeah.
So it's got like QR codes in the corner of the screen where apparently you can home in on them, and it tells you when you get stuck on something.
Wow.
It tells you what to do. So yes, it's a beautiful machine.
What's your favourite feature on it?
It's got a fantastic, it's called a H2 foot, so it's like a 1/4 inch, but it works like a walking foot. So it's fast. It's super fast. So yeah, and the space. I've just finished quite a large quilt, and to have that throat space, total game changer. Like, I wasn't like ramming it in to try and it was really good.
Your shoulders will be thanking you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So
because you do get aches and pains.
You do, yeah. I get that shoulder when you're constantly like this working that kind of ache across the top of your shoulders,
back of your shoulders.
That's my main thing. And then just the usual other stuff, really. Pressing mat. I recommend that. That's here.
Love a pressing mat.
So
does it smell like a sheep?
Yeah, it smells like sheep. But no, it's that's good. And the tailor's clapper. I've just started to use the tailor's clapper. So
I've been looking at those.
Yeah, it's really good. It's that you have to have it with the wall pressing mat, I'd say, because I think it's something to do with how you need to steam as well. Steam the wall mat and the heat just gets them really flat.
So steam in your iron, or do you spray your fabric?
I steam, just gently steam. Don't have it on full steam. I use like the button just to give it a bit of a zhuzh, and then put the tailor's clapper on it. Susie Quilts has got a really good blog post all about it. How it works. So
I'll try and link to that later, because I was looking at the clappers. There's a lot of chat about them, and just they make you look efficient.
They do. You need to add them to the store. That's something that you should add to the shop.
Yeah, I'll speak to Rebecca and we'll have a chat about those, and see if we can get some in. That would be good. If we don't already do them, I bet we already do them.
Yeah. The other thing you can use is the wooden train track. Like the kids have got. Yeah, I used to use that before I got a tailor's clapper. It does do the job. It's not quite as heavy, but you can pile a few up and do it.
Well, I might have to have a word with Fred, or I might just
steal some while he's asleep.
Yeah, steal some. I might just give him an apple and steal some.
Yeah.
Right, it's been lovely to chat with you, Claire.
You too. Thank you so much for having me.
You're very, very welcome, and thank you for being a fantastic rep. It's been so much fun.
Yeah, I think I'm back at the end of November.
I know.
And it's going to come around quick, isn't it?
It does come around quick. Yeah, you are. And I need to go and have a look and see what's coming in, and see if I can choose you something. See what we've got.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Oh, a yoga block can be used as a clapper too. Ooh. I'm all for using something that's meant for exercise for sewing.
That's my kind of exercise.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Right, I'm going to look into that. Right, take care.
You too.
And we'll catch up later. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.